Social networking is becoming an increasingly important part of being a musician, but at what cost? Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com. Our host Stephanie got the chance to speak with indie band Metric to learn more about their take on the idea of online identities.
Watch out, Cupid, stack me with a sickness.
One of you guys have said that one of the main themes in the Fantasies record is basically the melding of multiple identities because you guys feel like your existence is being fragmented. I was wondering if you could elaborate a bit more on that.
Sounds like one of my quotes.
That definitely sounds like a you quote.
Well, I think what I was referring to in that instance was, you know, it's crazy times on planet Earth, as it always has been, as we were talking about last night. It's like, is it a crazier time on the planet now than it was in the 50s or the 60s or the 40s or like, you know, the 90s? Crazy things are always going on. That's the point. We all got avatars, we got screen names, we got multiple identities. You can be so many people from an anonymous place and you can live a very fragmented existence, you know? So it's an interesting idea to me just to like toss around late night because I think it applies to me personally with living in a lot of different places and being uprooted from, you know, the life of a musician, which I think is actually a very boring thing to dwell on, but is where I'm coming from, you know?
You're speaking about avatars and, you know, online personalities. I read that, you know, you guys are not too crazy about the Twitter phenomenon. So I was wondering if you could just talk a bit more about your feelings towards social networking.
It's like so many things that are amazing inventions, amazing technological breakthroughs that are used for such menial or, you know, somewhat useless purposes, has been my opinion of Twitter. We still do it. We're like, hey, we're playing a show or whatever. Very recently, actually, I saw an instance about a company called Trafigura, which has been guilty of dumping toxic waste on the Ivory Coast. It's been this whole legal battle with a gag rule because it's like they're saying it's libel. Because of people on Twitter talking about it and bringing it to the forefront, they actually had to reverse their gag order, and now everything's coming out and it's actually made an impact. It's like a tool that can be used for so many different things, and that aspect of it I think is amazing. We're pretty open-minded, you know.
It's also important that Doug is having a barbecue.
Yeah. And Doug, yeah, Doug likes sausages better than hot dogs. You know, you try to find your own place. Everyone does this. You try to find your own place within the modern world. No television, no cell phone, no, you know, I know a lot of people on that side, and I also know people who totally embrace the technology all the way. And so I personally, I really like to engage in the toys of our time, but at the same time, I want to always remember that, you know, when I was growing up, the TV had a box called a converter and you went like this. And that was the improvement. We should always remember, I think, where we, you know, what the world was before.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Nice.